On January 1st, 2016, I told myself that I was going to take a selfie every day for the whole year and make an epic end-of-year video, so I guess this is it. I really like the saying, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," and the fact that there is a story behind a simple thing. Don't worry, I'm not going to say 1,000 words for each day, but what I am going to do is tell you what I've learned this year and how I've been impacted by it. And sure, I did miss a few days here and there, but hey, I'm not perfect. I hope you enjoy my 2016 1,000-word recap with a selfie for each day. My whole life, I've been consumed by and put my identity in sports, trying to be the best at whatever it was I was competing in, and trying to win all the time. I was putting my identity in sports and those things that made me feel best about myself. Without realizing it, my relationship with the Lord was weakening due to the amount of time spent with sports rather than with Him. This past May, I was feeling chest pain, which resulted in a total of 15 vials of blood being drawn in less than a month, and ultimately resulting in being diagnosed with a form of pericarditis, a heart inflammation that limited my running during this cross-country season. Often I find myself getting mad at God because the plan I had for my life was not folding out how I wanted. I began getting tired of putting up a facade and telling people, even if I don't understand, it's what the Lord wants for my life. His plan is so much greater than ours. Running is a passion of mine, and it is difficult not to participate fully in because of physical limitations. For 8 years, I've been going to Sky Ranch, and have thoroughly enjoyed every second of the experience. But little did I know, this year was going to be different. Through deep and intentional conversations and powerful sermons, I began to understand that my identity was not in sports or anything on this earth, but in Jesus Christ. We are created in the image of God, and when we walk in that, we get to walk in victory. I learned to cling to the truth that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and am a new creation with Christ. Running is something I've put my identity in, and so it is His grace that takes things away sometimes. I've learned that my heart problem isn't His plan for me. He would never inflict pain or suffering on His daughter. What He does do, though, is show me His goodness in every situation. When I think about His goodness, it's difficult to find the pain and struggle in it all. It's still difficult to know that the Creator of the universe still loves me the most every day, even if I run a 5:20 mile or an 8:20 mile, despite what the world tells me is good. This summer, I went on a mission trip with my church to St. Louis, Missouri, and my work group was working on building walls on a home that had been recently destroyed by floodwaters. On the last day of the trip, we wrote on the back of one of the walls that we were building, Luke 6:46-49, which says, "Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? As for everyone who comes to me and hears my words and puts them into practice, I will show you what they are like. They are like a man building a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation on rock. When a flood came, the torrent struck that house but could not shake it, because it was well built. But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. The moment the torrent struck the house, it collapsed, and destruction was complete." This really resonated with me because I realized that over the past year, my foundation was not on the solid rock, but shakeable things such as running. The last song we sang at worship was "The Rock Won't Move." I believe it was Jesus telling me to lean back into Him and place my identity in the rock that won't move. During the sermon, we focused on Hebrews 12:28, which says that our kingdom cannot be shaken. I began to think about how everything, every possession, accomplishment, appearance, relationship, and second in our lives are shakeable, except our relationship with Jesus. The God of wonder sent His Son to have an unshakable relationship. We have the ability to be citizens of His eternal kingdom and everything hurting now is not allowed in His kingdom. I don't need to worry about tomorrow because all of this earthly pain will end, and someday I'll be in the presence of God forever. So now I live out the second part of Hebrews 12:28. Worship God and give back what He has given to me. I am called to use all of my gifts and talents to glorify God. I need to fix my eyes on Jesus and give up all of my shakeable things to the one that is unshakable, Jesus. Through my pericarditis, this summer at Sky Ranch and on mission trip, I was able to see that my identity is not in sports or anything on this planet, but it is in Christ and in Christ alone. Thank you so much for being a part of such an incredible year of smiles and tears, and spiritual highs and lows, and growth and encouragement and challenges, and just an overwhelming amount of joy.